Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm King PJ, and yeah, like I can see from the title and the thumbnail, this is about Charlie's video, aka Penguin Zero, Moist Critical, Anime Jesus, Moisture Jesus, YouTube Jesus, the man with many nicknames, just as much, excuse me, subscribers. Been watching this dude for years, to be honest with you, and like, he's great. He's great. He's great. He's a great content creator. I love the fact that he's into anime, and this video just kind of hits home because he has the same criticism I do, and he's just being straight up honest and throwing it out there regardless of how people feel about it. And again, that man deserves the utmost respect. Next to Lostpause Noble. Yes, Noble, aka Lostpause, whatever you want to call him. I seen his video too. He agreed with him. He even threw his little what was it, like a little demographic stat up there. But for the most part, he did agree with him. And to be honest with you, I agree with them because it does make sense. And I've said this in my videos when I reacted to Vitamin and Tokyo Revengers. Long story short, in his video, he basically just points out the fact that why kids aren't kids. Let's put it like that. Okay, because like Tokyo Revengers, most of the cast in the setting that they're in, aka backwards in time, they're kids, right? You go forwards in time, the only adults, let's put it like that. You see 3 adults. But the 3 main adults you see is Takemichi, he's like 26. Hitana's brother, which is, shake hands, turns to a titan, goes back in time. That's how that works. And you see Dragon here and there when he's in jail. Spoiler, whoever's seen it, go watch the fucking show. It's a great show. So those are the adults you see then. Going back in time when everyone's a kid, everybody's a fucking kid. I think Draken is the oldest, being 17. And I think the youngest is like 13, 14 years old. So in that bracket, 13 to 17 years old, that's where most of the cast lies. I'm not gonna go through the whole show. The whole show is great. I still think the whole show is fucking amazing, despite little criticisms here and there. And I can't wait for a second season. Now, what Charlie said in his video was Emma, I believe her name was Emma, Mikey's half sister, was trying to fuck Takemichi, plain and simple. She's on top of him, bra and panties and all of that shit. And I felt weird about that because if I remember correctly, that's how the episode starts. And I'm like, why? Like, sure, they had little things here and there, but they never went this far with it. And then they go a little further in Draken, like a little further in the anime, for Draken's house, in which he lives in a brothel. So you see that type of stuff, but it's not like thrown in your face. So that's fine. But the fact that they put these kids in this situation, and it's like, yeah, that's kind of weird because it throws me out of it. I'm over here, like, ready to see these dudes scrapping, you know what I'm saying? Everybody shooting a 5, throwing hands and all that shit. And then you see this weird little thing. Like, I get it, coming of age, all that shit, whatever. It still feels weird. Even though as a child, not as a child, you hear my dumbass? As an adult and as used to be a teenager, all that stuff, like, we get it, but that's not something you would just put in a show. Like, I don't know, I just feel weird about it, like, just like he does. Like you said, like he says, if they're adults, it would have been fine. Just, that's it. What's the point of doing that? And on top of, like, my thing is, like, alright, Emma, if you like Draken, you think almost sleeping with Takemichi would help you? Like, girl, you just smutting around. Like, that doesn't help. So not only you put this child in a weird sexual position in terms of, like, the problem you could have created, almost created, but the fact that you also not give her, but, like, you also put that stigma, like, yo, my girl's smutting around? What? Don't get me wrong, in the show, like, later on in the show, they don't really show none of that, whatever, and she's basically, oh my god, Draken, my man, you know what I mean? So I guess they just quickly resolve that and throw that out there. But the fact that they showed that and they put that there, and it's just still weird. You know what I mean? Because they do that in other shows, just like they showed in Platinum. And another show that Charlie fucking, oh Lord, I feel the same exact way he does. And for those who've been watching, I have all 12 episodes on my channel, on my reactions. Go watch that. I feel the same fucking way. And it's fucking weird. And I've said it numerous times throughout all 12 episodes. I said something like that. Because, like he said, it's not a good show, it's dog shit. It has some redeeming qualities. I like that, the fact that, like I said before, if you watch my reactions, you know this, you know all of this. I like the fact that they gave them some personality. They gave them some growth. I appreciate that. But it's far from good. The show is far from good. Now to speak about his point, the middle school girl killer, just fucking dumb. It's weird. It's like cringy. I fucking just dumb. It makes no sense. Like the whole anime doesn't make sense. So like for them to throw this in there just makes it even worse. And it's the fact that Metropolitan Man, the main antagonist of the show, they have these powers or arrows, whatever the case. You can go hit somebody with a red arrow, you can control them, or you hit them with a white arrow, they die. So Metropolitan Man, the main antagonist, he hits some, mind you, this girl's no more than like 14, 15 years old. Hits her, controls her. The first thing, she commits murder. And how she does, oh my God, it's so fucking weird. How does she commit murder? By one, using the red arrow given to her by Metropolitan Man to take control of these young school girls, young, 14, 15 max. These young school girls, fuck them, and then kill them. I don't recall how many bodies, but she racked up quite a count. Why? That doesn't make sense. Let alone, like, let's be for real. This girl is 14, 15 years old. What? This is a weird episode. It's weird. Like, it's getting the story along, but I'm not completely clear what's it doing. And she's dead. Ugh. This is too much. Oh, Lord. She cares about putting on clothes. That's nice. Oh, Lord. Like, just why? Can you just have, like, someone that's a little more relatable? In terms of actually killing little girls or something like that? Like, I don't know. Like, this is just weird. Like, it's not even mind control, to be honest with you. Like, it's more like, yeah, you could give them an order and they'll fucking faithfully obey it. You know what I mean? But they also show, like, you know, certain orders don't, like, they could fight against those orders, whatever, blah, 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 all this shit, whatever the case may be. That's against the point. It's just the fact that the first thing they decided to show this girl that's being controlled by Metropolitan Man do is, one, be a sexual deviant. Let's put it like that. She's a sexual deviant. She gets off in fucking and murdering at the same time. And again, first of all, like, this girl was fucking famous, if I remember correctly. She was popular and all that shit. The fact that she hid all of this and was doing this at her, it just doesn't make sense. It's like Charlie stated, if they were adults, it would have been fine. But why? But why were they kids doing these? And, like, what did you think was gonna happen? Let's say she did live. Let's say she didn't die in that episode or whatever the case. After 33 days, because they get controlled or whatever for 33 days, and after that, that's it. What do you think was gonna happen? What, she was gonna hide her identity, go somewhere else? Like, it just doesn't make sense as to why they put that. So I understand they cleaned it all up when they killed her off, fine. But it's just the fact that they put that there. It doesn't get the fucking show anymore. It's for shock and awe. It's to be like, oh my God, kids or whatever the case. But then it just doesn't do anything. It's fucking weird. And I've said it many times. And to be honest with you, this is anime. I got nothing against anime. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I watch crazy ass shows. There's certain shows I just wouldn't watch because it's fucking weird and unnecessary. And again, they're kids, or at least extremely young. So that's why I don't watch certain shows. It just doesn't make sense to why I put these characters in these situations. When they're kids, they should be fucking kids. You know what I mean? Like, sure, I understand if it's like Hunter x Hunter. Even that's still weird. You know, kind of. As enjoyable Hunter x Hunter was, still kind of weird if you put it into that context. It's like, wait, hold up. What? Like, these are kids. They're going around the world. They're killing people. And they're just basically bounty hunters. They're kid bounty hunters. And then you have a crazy ass clown, which is sexual, trying to go after them. You know, it's just, anime's weird. Anime's weird. Let's just put it like that. Anime's fucking weird. And I understand you gotta go roll with the punches, and if you feel like you can watch this, you can stomach it, go ahead, do you. It's just certain shit you ain't gonna watch, like what has to do with little kids and weird gross shit that they do to them, or that they put them in those situations, and don't watch it, whatever the case. That's what I mean. That they, like, if it throws you off guard, they did their job. Shock and awe. Like, holy shit, what the fuck is that? And it's fucking weird. But then again, you continue with the episodes and it just becomes a distant memory. Certain instances like this, it bothered the shit out of them. It does bother me because I know I'm gonna keep on encountering, especially fucking Platinum Men is not even done yet. It's only a matter. Oh god, Platinum Men is not even done. It's only a matter of time they do something like that. It's only a matter of time. Nonetheless, like, just to reiterate everything, his position on how kids are portrayed in anime in certain situations, because he does make sense. Like My Hero Academia, I believe, if I remember correctly, he brought that up, and it makes sense because it's a school setting, young setting. You know what I'm saying? Coming of age, becoming a superhero, and all that stuff. That makes sense to have in a school setting, like I said before. Like, it makes sense to have certain aspects like children in that setting. If I remember correctly, he also brought in Assassination Classroom. If you haven't watched that, go fucking watch it. Great fucking show. Makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, you really can't have a teacher teaching middle school kids without middle school kids. You know what I mean? Even though the teacher is a alien monster created by the government that can go above Mach 20, fucking insane. Like, I understand those type of situations and those type of contexts. It makes sense. But like I said, just certain shit just don't make sense. Like, it's just weird. Just weird. And the thing is with anime, you're not gonna find out, especially if you're anime only. Like, if you're just anime only, you're not gonna find out until you watch that. And she'd be like, what the fuck is this? That's how I felt when I Tokyo Revengers and on Platinum Men. I didn't know anything about them. I anime only, and I was like, fucking weird. So nonetheless, like, I don't want to drag this so long because I think it's only a matter of time that maybe more videos like this come out. Not in a negative way, but more like, oh, I noticed that. That's weird too. You know, things like that. Not to bash anime, because I'm not gonna bash anime. Well, it's just weird. That's it. Just weird. I'm not bashing it. It's just weird, and I agree. That's all. So, like I said, I agree with them, and I respect that he had the bravery and courage to come on and say it. Especially, like I said, on the platform he's on the plateau he's on, with his subscribers, his fucking everything the man is doing, for him to come out and say that in the community that he's in, respect and courage, bro. Same thing for fucking Lostpause Noble, respect and courage, guys. So that's why it made me come out and say this fucking video, because like I said, it's just fucking weird to see kids in those type of adult situations when it doesn't fit the story. It has nothing to do with the story. Like, if you watch this anime from beginning to end, and that, like, oh, they're a kid. Why were they a kid? It doesn't do anything for the story. Maybe you could have just changed. It is what it is. Like I said, it's just a criticism, and we're gonna see it a lot. You know what I mean? It's anime. It's gonna happen. So for me, I'm just gonna take it with a bunch of. I'm just gonna go with the flow and see what happens with all these new anime coming out and see how they portray kids and whatnot. It all depends on the story, I guess. I don't know. I'm just saying I agree with them and I respect them for coming out and being honest about the way they feel when it comes to these type of situations. And something that they love. And I love it too. So you know what? I'm on board and I fucking agree. So with that being said, I hope you guys, understand where I'm coming from with this. Understand where they're coming from with this. This ain't a knock on anime, whatever. It's just a criticism. That's all it is. And I'm pointing out that because, like, as you see my fucking channel, I watch anime and I do the same things they kind of do in terms of reactions or whatever the case. It's just, it feels good to watch that, and like, how they say kindred spirits, like, we feel the same way about the same thing, and that's respect. I see that, and that's the reason I'm coming out with this video. Like I said, I'm gonna try to put their videos, or at least their fucking assholes. I'm gonna try to do both. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna try to do both, and put their videos, that video that they were talking about, and their channel in the description below. You can go watch it, see what they were talking about and whatnot. After, if you see this, and if you do see this and you enjoy, what I said, what Noble said, mind you, all this is paraphrasing. That's why I'm putting in videos so you can see exactly what they said. But nonetheless, if you enjoy this content or whatever the case may be, do me a favor, drop a like. I really do appreciate it. You want to see more of this type of content? Let me know down in the description below what kind of content you want to see in terms of anime trailers, more reactions, maybe just more like off shoot videos like this, talking about something that I really do care about and whatnot, or anything else. Do me a favor, drop it down in the description below, and well, comment below. And I hope you guys have a good one.